Yo, what up? It's time for DrainChamp and like I guess League 1 update. Ooh, innovation boss. But before that, or I guess I'm here talking at the same time, I'm just gonna run some random ass map. Looks fun, let's do that. See, I'm only missing one watchstone from having 16, and I'm currently not planning to complete this anytime soon. I'm gonna make another video talking about how I program Atlas because it's different to the video that I made. But yeah, I'm actually just not gonna loot. I think I'm just gonna quickly clear this. But yeah, the build's feeling really good. I'm currently using absolute trash level gear. Here's some play with it. Oh yeah, we got the roof domination on this map too. Cool. I think my Zero's TPS right now, without
my spirits are spent.
What's it called? Without Adre or Valrach's Fire or Wall Blight or anything like that, is about 700,000. However, when mapping, you can have a permanent Adre uptime. Well, yeah, you can pretty much have permanent Adre uptime if you just really want to do that. And as you can see, build's pretty tank.
I can't do this just yet.
Oh yeah, I should probably do the leak mechanic a bit as well. Talk about it. I have very like, what's the word? I keep forgetting to run this basically. It's kind of annoying. It's so much micro if you wanna really do them properly all the time, because you basically, the moment your bar fills, you want to do it, and that means that you probably have to do it like, I don't know, 5 something times a map, something like that. And apparently the first map of the day, and I'm clearing like trash. Oh yeah, this is also like what, 30% monster life, and then change map, which makes it a bit harder for us to get the juicy light stacks going. But I'm overall I'm enjoying the mechanic. Whenever I'm like killing monsters in the Scourge, I am really enjoying it. But it's just like, it feels like it's so kind of inconvenient to do it. It's just so much like min-maxing to be done for that, or like micromanagement rather, if you want to do that. It's also super weird not having any mana issues whatsoever. I'm not used to that. Since I'm about to sneeze now, I'm gonna die while doing that. I survived it. Okay, good. Yeah, talking about the annoyance of micromanagement. It's really annoying because I really like the mechanic, like just being in there, fighting mobs and everything like that. But just getting to do them is just kind of awkward. Oh yeah, you might see this is not solo cell phone. This is like a small like a private league, like a compound. I think we're like
spirit is spent.
Maybe like 40 people or something like that. The recovery is really nice with the ED. Real nice.
I can't do this just yet.
Oh yeah, and I respected the build like I swapped from the bow setup to ED at I think it was 78. I leveled with just Toxic Rain and Toxic Rain Ballista until I got to foothills. And once I got to foothills, also I just realized I didn't do the ritual at the boss room. Once I got to foothills, I threw away my Ballista and instead started using Caustic Arrow with Arrow Nova because I farmed foothills. I ended up farming foothills for like almost like 10 hours or something like that. Kind of insane. I got really unlucky with my Glassy Jewels. I think I de-leveled 8 or 9 times or something like that before I got my 8 passive lodge, which is now already rolled. I just rolled it before I ended my stream yesterday, but I didn't put it on yet. And yeah, I'm also gonna provide you the POB like right after respec. I think at that point at 78, which just like double 4-link or like 4-link and 4-link plus 2 with these gloves that I'm still using that I found while farming foothills. Was like about around like 200k or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Okay, that's it. Good. I'll clear this map later on after the video. But yeah, before I talk about my current gear, I'm gonna quickly open up the POB for the starter. There, DrainChamp level 90. Wait, no, wrong one. This right after respec. No overlap done yet. So we are just Fortitude and Inspirational. Here's the 3 at 78. The masteries are All Res and Chaos Res. I think I still have this. We have 50 Flat Life here. I started with the Grace Reservation, Vitality Reservation, because I was using Vitality early on and while leveling. Speaking of, Vitality and Life Tap for the Toxic Rain was so goddamn smooth. It's a tiny bit less damage than the setup without Life Tap, obviously, because the more multi is less. But goddamn, is it nice to never ever worry about the Mana Flask. And then it just level Vitality. So that's why I had that. Mana Reservation efficiency there. And then we have a Wither effect here. As you can see, I didn't have the Chaos Cemetery multiplier yet. Literally right after I leveled to 79, I took that because I already had like 40 Chaos Res with this. And I actually ended up getting pretty lucky. So while I was farming foothills, I got a 3 passive, a medium, sorry, a 3 passive small for the Mana Reservation efficiency one. So that cannot roll the Malevolence effect, which gives you 11 Chaos Res. Instead, you would have had to run either Grace Reservation or Determination Reservation. And I'm gonna talk about my reservations up soon because I'm not using Vitality anymore. And for that, you would just go Grace here. Like, I actually don't have this Grace Reservation on my current setup. But this would have been the 3 passive with either Grace Reservation or Determination Reservation. The Grace one has like 10 all res, and the Determination has like some absolutely useless mod for us, which is like on threshold or maybe something like that. Yeah, so this starter POP, I'm gonna show you my one soon, but I just had a +1 wand with the Chaos multi-crafted, and then I had a +1 Chaos with cast speed. This is when Red Eye was trying to roll a +1 fish one for his Red Eye Exile, and he just ended up landing on that, and he just tossed it in the build stats, and I was like, oh, I'll yoink that, I guess, and craft spell damage on it. Spell damage was actually way higher than the dot multi, like in terms of DPS, especially after the next level, because I already get the Chaos multi over there. And I would have put it here as well if I had an open prefix. I was using Skullhead. I think I actually got out of Skullhead at like 88 or 89 or something crazy like that. I found a pretty nice temple chest with the life max life hybrid. I'm still using this, by the way. That was absolutely painful. I think it was 500 jewelers, which of like 300 or something were at 28 quality, and we didn't get 6 socket. I had a harvest 5 link craft for like 3 levels before I finally got it to 5 socket, and right after I put the 5 link harvest craft on it.
I can't do this just yet.
Where is it? I have it somewhere. I dropped I got the prophecy. I have it here somewhere. I think I might have given it away or something like that. But I got the prophecy for the 5 socket 5 link with jeweler orb. I was like, oh god. But yeah, Death Rush. This build can actually get, the way I'm playing this build, you could actually have basically permanent onslaught while mapping without onslaught on kill at all, and then occasional onslaught for map bosses, which comes from a craft. I think I might have the crafts already. Lucky sometimes. Maybe I don't have it yet. Oh yeah, I don't. Okay, so I'll quickly show you the craft. It's a onslaught while on soul gain prevention. Yeah, there. Onslaught during soul gain prevention. And while mapping, since I'm using Righteous Fire to proc the first strike, last to fall for the Adre. That is 13-second soul gain prevention. I basically use it immediately after I run out of the Adre. It has a 20-second duration. So there's a chance that I think that if I'm gonna die with this build, it's most likely gonna be me using my Righteous Fire while my Adre is still running, so I don't get the heal back, and then I got hit by some elemental spell. At least right now, I think the most likely way for me to die. So be careful if you play this build to only use Righteous Fire when you actually run out of the Adre. I guess ideally you could potentially scale your soul gain prevention duration up to so high that you can't use it until it's actually past the 20-second break. But you would have to get way too much for that. But yeah.
Oh, go on.
I'm going. Calm down. And then start random letter belt. So my gear. Oh yeah, this ring, which I'm still using.
I'll pray for you.
Also foothills from I was with foothills for a while, so I got some pretty decent gear. I will probably be like 6.5, 6.6k life right now if my items actually had proper life rolls. Now we basically covered that, so take a look. So here's the gloves. These gloves were actually annulled 2 times. They had some trash suffix and then armor, yes, like a percentage. We annulled it twice so I could put my ED in there. So when I started, since I only had a 5 link, I actually was using Blight here for the +2. Probably should have just put ED there. Also, I should be walling this ED. Let's see if we get the YouTube recording RNG. We did not. Okay. We have that. My boots, also crafted live. This was shortly, like while I was doing some progression, I found these from something, because it's item of 66, so it's before maps, right? Leather belt, early maps, nothing too crazy. The Death Rush, somebody else found this, and I yoinked it, of course. It was just sitting on guild stats, and I was like, oh, I'll take that. So that's pretty good. It gives me a lot of chaos res. I'm currently sitting at capped chaos res. Obviously, the ring, we still have the same old body armor, and it has a. Oh, I need to flip that, by the way. So we are running Blight, efficacy, infused channeling, void manip, and like that. Control destruction might look like it's more damage, but you need to have a lot of duration scaling and a very high cast speed before control destruction is like strictly better. I think right now we can actually take a look at my POB. They're like almost equal, but when I started, efficacy was way better because I didn't have proper cast speed on my ones. Speaking of ones, I'll just take the old ones. So these are the starter ones that I had. If you look at my ED dot right now in town with no buffs, no arcane charge or anything, it's 53.2k. I don't know if you actually see this or my head. No, you see it. Okay. With the old ones, that would be 45.4. So as you can see, just having high spell damage and chaos on multi is pretty good. That already puts us to 52k. So, and then we have another spell damage, chaos on multi, and then cast speed. And I have crafted lightning chaos rest. Obviously, lightning chaos rest to get my chaos cap and some extra damage from that. And then we go there. And the other one, I think this was just the harvest chaos reforge. This one somebody else found. Kind of shame that it doesn't have an open. Sorry, kind of shame this doesn't have an open. No, I'm thinking about something else now. I think I had another wand. No, wait, this one. Kind of shame this doesn't have an open suffix for cast speed. That would be way better than the damage over time. Then my current helmet. It actually looks pretty sick because it is, but there's kind of a funny story in this. So when I did Uber Lab, I was still using Skullhead. And I actually didn't think about it, the truth, that if I would get something good, that I have something in enchant. So this happened to be, so this is a Warlord Influence helmet, and it was the only armor, or like any kind of armor helmet I had in my stash. So I was like, okay, I guess I could play AoE, just let's put it in. It was absolutely trash, and then I think I got this from a random defense reforge. I had nothing else to put in, so like, oh, I have the blight enchant, let's see if I can craft something cool, like make a useful helmet out of it. And well, yeah, we did. It's kind of nice. And then I'm just using a randomized amulet that I found very early into maps. So yeah, got to see we have crafted life, crafted life, crafted life, crafted life. And this is only 76 life. But it has good resistances, and the twist damage taken from as fire is really good against big hits. Obviously, see my defenses. I'm currently sitting at like 20k armor and 31k evasion without nothing. If I just get my Molten Shell, it's already like 24k, and that's without granite, which has armor on it. I'll show you how much that it is. It's just the granite plus the Molten Shell. Here at 36k right now, so pretty good. And I don't have any armor on my body armor, or my boots, and my gloves are practically no armor as well. So this number is gonna go up a lot. Here's the current skill tree setup. Actually, I can just show it on POE. Actually, I mean, no, I show here. So we have the all rest, chaos rest there. I have a random jewel. This was actually found by Red Eye, I think. It's a really nice jewel. I feel like I'm probably gonna Leo slam it and then just. I'm not sure if I have the balls to corrupt that. It's a really nice jewel. And then here on the other slot, we just have a life jewel, nothing else. I took this early on my leveling. I guess technically I wouldn't need that right now. But I want to be LV cap. I could craft strength here for some extra life and some damage, because obviously we are using Iron Will. It's only 2 points. It's a lot of damage. It's the spreading slot place. As you can see, we don't have the Grace Reservation anymore. Mana Reservation efficiency there. The chaos.multiplayer rest there, and then Wither, and here's the jewel again. Now I actually have the 3 passive, or the 3 notable chaos cluster. It's not ideal. The Unwavering Evil should be the one with increased damage taken against hindered enemies. I got this from a Reforge with the more like rare modifiers craft. I had nothing else to use. Like, no, let's slap that in. Okay, it just gave me a class jewel, so I'm gonna swap that in soon. While obviously doing Foothills farm, I found a bunch of generic dot damage clusters, which are gonna be fine. Like this one, for example, is like 50% damage with some res and flash charges gained, and life and mana recovery from flask, which is really nice. Well, mainly the life recovery. So I'm gonna slap those in. Sadly, I didn't get a chaos damage over time one, but I want them to be map level anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much. Crafting projects just have a random ass evasion armor boots here that I just want to get something on them, so I don't have to use these. Ideally, I would get very high life, some res, and then I would just craft movement speed onslaught, so I can drop the death rush for another more life ring. Here's the original mana reservation efficiency small cluster that I had, and I'm actually not gonna roll over this. So the 25% effect turns the 6% into 7%, and then if you have 35% effect, which is from 84, I don't know, 84, that would turn into 8%. So this is actually really good for one of the support characters that we have planned for this league. I might make a video about that once it's active and running, maybe. The only problem here is that the evasion should be life, and then lightning rest should be something like some attributes. But it's really nice. And here's the POB for this character currently. There's the level 90 day one update. Here's the DPS that is with maximum stack blight, and then just ED and 30 doom on the despair that we're self-casting. One friendly charge with their stacks. This is 0 DPS, so I could actually do zeros on this already. Though I don't want to do that yet because I don't have spell suppression yet. As you can see, I have a... This is because I'm full life, so if I take that, it's like flipping between 16 and 26.
I can't do this just yet.
I need to get a spell suppression on helmet, hopefully on boots and the body armor, and then I would, at the very least, I would respec for this. This is 18%. I probably have to start with the extra 10% suppress if you have evasion on boots, helmet, and gloves. So I'm gonna run hybrid items, I think. We'll have to wait and see, because ideally I would be using, of course, apothecary or whatever, however you pronounce this. I need to slap delirium on this. I'll probably make another... Here I make a full video on how you would craft gloves for this endgame, or I'll just mention it on one of these videos. But yeah, I wanted to show you the difference in control destruction versus efficacy, potentially. So with my cast speed right now, I'm pretty sure control destruction is more, especially if I use Wall Righteous Fire, which procs Adre, because that gives me a lot extra cast speed. And you see that's a lot of extra damage. This is basically permanently for me while mapping. And then I have like about 10 seconds or something. I think it's 9 seconds currently on the Wall Righteous Fire. Oh, it's enabled here. So we'll do that as well. So it's a bit less actually than I thought then. But it's weird because it feels really smooth, and obviously I'm missing a lot of damage from not having the glass jewel yet. And it's just really tanky. But yeah, when I have All Righteous Fire up and the Adre, we are at like 600k right now. Obviously a bit more if we also Wild Blight. Speaking of which, the most satisfying thing ever is when you get the map boss, you pop Wall Righteous Fire and you pop Wild Blight after. Obviously you would despair. You would despair, curse them first. I have it on my another button here.
My spirit is spent.
So despair, withering step to get some. Currently it gives only 6 withers. If this was level 21, I guess no, I'm just gonna flip that and I'll get a +1 eventually. At level 21 it gives 7 withers. You do that and then you just pop Wall Blight right after Wall Righteous Fire, and the bosses just melt. It feels really smooth right now while mapping. Even the T14 life map did, the boss died in like less than 10 seconds, I think. But yeah, so currently efficacy is about 37.8, and controlled is 38%, right? But so this is slightly more when you have Adre. If I take Adre out, also let's Let's take the ball rages are out as well. Yeah, of course, there. Without that, I think it's still slightly less. So yeah, 37.8. Where's 38? So I guess I'm maxing the stacks. Also, if you put max stacks here, it calculate like the DPS is calculated. If I take manual, the difference is very different, like 27%, 24% versus 37.8. So make sure that you put maximum stacks, because then the POE actually calculates so that you actually get the stacks. So it calculates your cast speed and your duration. So they're basically the same, but obviously, since my cast speed and duration isn't up high enough yet, which is also the case for about 99% of ED builds, be it Occultist or Trickster. I mean, obviously those builds use efficacy anyways, but efficacy is very, very big. Don't get fooled by the POP saying that contact destruction is way more if you have the manual stacks. Especially on this build, until you get like really, really good cast speed clear and get the Glass Jewels. The Glass Jewels is going to be like eventually 15% extra increased duration, which is basically like if I take those two nodes. And then now, see, now if I take those nodes, efficacy 24, control destruction 38, right? Because I get the duration for the leader stack. Or the blight stacks, rather. But yeah,
I can't do this just yet.
I think that's it. The first update. Again, I'm having fun with the leak mechanic every time I remember to press the button to go into the other realm. Builds Giga Tank as expected. It is a lot of fun to play. I think the only downside is probably not having like really, really fast movement speed, because I mean, you could obviously Queen of the Forest, but like not having like mobility skill like shield charge. I'm used to playing ED with like insanely fast shield charge, so it took a while to get used to, but it's feeling really smooth. And the playstyle, despite many buttons, is very good. Also, I've been asked this a lot while I remember. Contagion should be level 1. The only thing that Contagion gains from levels is a tiny bit extra damage over time, but we don't do any damage with this, and the mana cost goes up. It doesn't scale AoE with levels, only quality does that, so do not level your Contagion. My Contagion mana cost right now is only 9. Go to POP quick, we pick Contagion there, you see mana cost is at 9. If I make this level 20, see the mana cost? Oh, that's bad, right? I'm currently at 56 mana, because I'm only running Malevolence, Determination, and Grace, right? I don't have Vitality anymore. And it's enough to just have 1-6%, and the effect, the Malevolence, the 50% here. Be it Grace, Determination, or Malevolence. I think right now, Grace one would actually be better, because I no longer have the Grace Reservation Efficiency Mastery, and then all rest is better than 11 Chaos. So I should be re-rolling that for Grace right now. I might do that. Another thing I should be doing is POBing if we can eventually fit Aspect of the Spider, or... Yeah, you definitely don't want to run Aspect of the Grab on this, because we don't have much avoidance against spells, and you would just run out of them all the time. So Aspect of the Spider is potentially something we can run, because of the, socket pressure is pretty high on this build, right? We need Contagion. I have Flame Dash, it's paired with Arcane Surge. ED goes in here, Blight goes here. Then you need the 4 slots for the auras, and suddenly we only have 4 slots left. Well, we're running Righteous Fire. We need to run Molten Shell, ideally with increased duration, and then I have the Withering Step as well. So this could potentially be an Unshattering build. But yeah, either way, having fun with the league, having a lot of fun with the build. The build has a long way to go.
I can't do this just yet.
A long, long, long way to go. We're gonna be farming a lot of Hamlet because of the harvest and the essences. So I can try making some better gear. Yeah, next update, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe 2 days from now. But yeah, I'm also gonna make another video talking about the Atlas progression because it was the smoothest Atlas progression I've ever had, and it's different from the video that I made yesterday or a few days ago about how, like, the step-by-step guide. And I would actually recommend following that guide that I'm about to make than that. Yeah. Catch you later.